Hey yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. In this one, proposing the question to you guys, is our quarterback situation a really good thing? I mean, you always hear the quote, if you have two quarterbacks, you have none. Well, in this case, we might have two and a half. We have Purdy, who apparently, from Kyle Shanahan's words, he might be ready to throw and be ready for the regular season in a few months ahead of schedule. Trey Lance, we know he's trying to improve and everything like that. He's training with Patrick Mahomes and company, which is really good for him. And he's trying to solidify himself as a starting quarterback. Sam Darnold's trying to get in the mix as well. I mean, very unlikely, but had some happen to all the quarterbacks this year in 2023, then Sam Darnold is going to be forced to play, which I wouldn't be surprised at all if that happens just because of our bad luck, bad history with injuries and what have you. But hopefully not. Hopefully we can have a season like 2019 where, Jimmy Garoppolo played all 16 games and made it all the way to the Super Bowl. Hopefully we have that kind of situation, which I'm assuming it's going to be Brock Purdy, but you never know. Trey Lance can make something happen during training camp and in the preseason as well. We don't know yet, but it's a very, very long offseason, still very long ways until we find out who's going to be the week one starter, depending on Brock's health, Trey Lance's progress, even Sam Darnold in the wild card spot. I mean, there's a lot of great intrigue with the 49ers quarterback situation. Do I like it? Personally, I don't know, honestly. I mean, I think these quarterbacks, they're all potentially capable of doing something great with this offense. I mean, the offense is pretty much made in a silver platter. You have a great running back crew with Christian McCaffrey and company. You have a great receiving crew with Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk. You have George Kittle. You have arguably a great offensive line. I mean, this should be quote-unquote idiot quarterback proof, but Josh Johnson kind of proved that that's not really the case. Whatever. But anyways, whoever we starts at quarterback, I think they give us a really good chance of winning. I'd say Brock a little bit more, even though he has a very small sample size. But you can say the same thing about Trey Lance. He has a very small sample size as well. I mean, I feel like Brock's played more games than Trey Lance. And, when he got drafted in 2021, we were all excited for him. I personally was as well. I was like, man, this guy's going to be the guy to take over Jimmy Garoppolo and make a big impact, but the story has not happened for him yet. A lot of injuries, a lot of bad luck. Jimmy Garoppolo played well enough to keep playing, and then Jimmy got hurt. Brock played really well all the way up to the NFC Championship game where he got hurt in 2022, 2023. I mean, it's just a very up and down career for Trey Lance. And he's shown flashes of great moments, but at the same time, there's moments where he could probably show more if he has to and if he wants to. So, this quarterback situation is always in a teetering spot, and hopefully the 49ers can get that resolved by week one, which I believe they will. Kyle Shanahan can find the right guy to run his offense, and both of these guys are well qualified, but we'll see what happens then. But I'm pretty sure that honestly they want Trey Lance to succeed because they gave up all the draft capital to get him in the first place in 2021. But also, if Brock's the best quarterback that they believe in 2022 was not just an aberration, but it's a good trend that we can see from him, then you have to go with the hot hand. You have to go with the guy that you believe is going to give you the best chance to win. And for us, we can't really answer that question. Only the 49ers can answer that question to who they believe. But I don't know who I want to speculate on who's going to be the week one starter. Maybe we can do that in a few months from now. Just for right now, with all the injury stuff and all the guys trying to make progress and be the number one quarterback for the 49ers, it's going to be a long, long road to that kind of answer in a few months. So, yeah, I mean, quarterback, most important position of all of football. Every sports reporter, media guy, and every team would probably tell you that. With the quarterback, you have a very good chance of doing whatever you want. You look at the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes. You look at Josh Allen with the Bills. Joe Burrow with the Bengals. They always have a chance to do something really good. But if you have a really good team, but the quarterback's dragging you down, that's not a really good sign right there. I mean, you look at years ago with the Cleveland Browns where they were super loaded, super stacked, but then they had Baker Mayfield as their quarterback, and they didn't really succeed, even though they had an awesome team loaded with great talent around him and also on defense, but Baker just couldn't make it happen for whatever reason. And, other cases as well for other situations. That's how important the quarterback position is, and I can't really stress it enough. I don't talk about it too much because I don't want to talk about quarterbacks all day. For me personally, I mean, I have been for the past few YouTube shorts and stuff like that with injuries and everything like that. But for the most part, try to give the shine to other position groups, defensive players, all that cool stuff, because they're also important as well. Although quarterback is the alpha person to give you the best chance to win football games in the NFL. So, yep, that's pretty much it, you guys. Kind of a short video right here, just giving you my opinions on what I believe and what I think is going on with this quarterback situation. For me personally, I think it could be a good thing, but they don't want to get to the route where, like in the 80s and 90s, where Joe Montana and Steve Young, Bill Walsh were starting both quarterbacks. I think this was the 86 or 87 season, I believe. I don't remember exactly. I think the 88 season where they were struggling a bit because Bill couldn't pick which quarterback, and that was kind of bringing disdain in the locker room. And then later on, when they were on a losing streak, Bill Walsh just said Joe Montana was going to be a starter, and boom, made it all the way to the Super Bowl and won it all. I believe it was against the Bengals that they won against Sam Wyche and company, and they never looked back from there. So hopefully the 49ers get the quarterback situation set in stone and just roll with it. You don't want to be teetering quarterbacks like that. That almost never works out. Gotta have one guy. You gotta have one guy for good, in my opinion. That's it, guys. Please let me know what you guys think about this whole quarterback situation with Purdy, Sam Darnold, and Trey Lance. I mean, if you had to give a ranking for who's to start it all the way to the third stringer, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. As always, if you guys like this, please like and subscribe. It's gonna definitely help me out a lot. I hope to catch you guys up more this week when I talk more about the 49ers in company and all that cool stuff. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Subscribe if you're new. Like it, share it, do all that cool stuff. That always helps me out big time. And I'll catch you guys up in the next video. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your day, rest of your night. Go Niners all day.